tonight, Abby Finkenauer has made history, not only being one of the youngest women elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, but the first woman for the state. It was on this trail that April Meade says she was threatened and harassed by teenage boys. Fearing for her life, she went and ran and hid down in a ditch until police arrived. It's hard to believe standing out here in 35-degree weather that we are talking about flooding, but here we are. These are individual panels, so they can basically adjust this wall based on the projected flood levels. There's a lot of snow coming down, and that means there's a lot of snow building up, but that's not enough for the university to cancel class. Environmentalists claim the straws are one of the biggest polluters of the ocean, and once they get in there, they can't really break down. I'm channeling my inner Spock right now. I had to pick up these Vulcan ears earlier today. Tonight, you'll get an inside look into this historic Ford tri-motor plane. And from this map, I was able to determine that this is a silver maple tree. On the map, you can also see the observations the arborist made about it. So, for example, this is a tree that's likely to fail or die because those observations show that it has cavity decay and a poor root system. You can see there's still a very active scene here in Cedar Rapids. It's kind of a really thin street, but this is A Avenue. This is in the 1800th block. Cedar Rapids police confirmed that there was one person shot. Some portions of this building will still have to be torn down before construction can resume there. But I kind of want to walk and talk just to show you just how close this daycare was to the fire site. This is a daycare that has about 100 kids that go there. And if we continue on a little bit more, you can see where those lights are just over my shoulder. That's where the daycare is situated. I'm told a teacher was in the alleyway preparing to take out the trash when she smelt the fire and investigated. A brutal murder that has haunted this community for 39 years may be coming to an end tonight. In a late press conference, police say they never gave up trying to find the person who killed Michelle Martinko. They're hoping for the most part that the water disperses along the floodplains, but really they have no idea what to expect here. This will also be the front desk lobby, but if we come over here, this will be the community room, so a place where future residents can come together. There are many sights and sounds inside a movie theater lobby.
Hello, thank you for coming to Film Scene.
And the indie nonprofit theater Film Scene is no different.
Just open on Friday.
But what if the experience was more like this? That's the reality for more than 1 million Americans who are deaf or hard of hearing.
We always strive to make this a place that's accessible to everyone in our community, where everyone feels welcome.
On the big screen, the theater now screens open caption movies every Wednesday night.
Sometimes it does take a member of a certain community to come to us and tell us what they need.
A member of the deaf and hard of hearing community asked Film Scene for more accessible movies.
And something we could do right away was to begin offering caption screenings. So we've done it on average about 1 a week so far. And we also offer ASL interpretation for the staff introduction before, and we've even offered ASL interpretation for the trailers too.
And it's only a matter of a switch of a button to do so.
It seemed like kind of a no-brainer to do it.
Already, the theater says it's catching on.
People who've driven in from Cedar Rapids or from even further away because there's films they want to see and they're just not able to see them otherwise.
A simple switch to make movies a little more inclusive.
A movie-going experience is something special. It's different than sitting at home watching a film. So this enables us to welcome everyone from the community.
Proceed to Bryant Road Southwest.
This is the situation drivers are coming across in Mount Vernon. The GPS says to keep going on Bryant Road. The problem? It's a maintenance road. The path ahead, while a bit rough, looks manageable. Then it turns into this, a grassy path.
That's essentially impassable once you get to that corner.
Cars that have continued on come across a problem. They're getting stuck and then are calling police to get towed out.
They were following their GPS and turned. Seemed like it wasn't a good idea, but they went anyway because the GPS told them to.
And once you get around the bend of the road, it only gets worse. You can see here just how deep these ruts get. And when they continue on even farther, it nearly becomes impassable by the mud alone. This is where 2 of the cars have gotten stuck so far. You can see a tire still stuck in the mud there.
This is where the Blazer was.
Police say when it comes to following the GPS, to trust your gut.
Your GPS is taking you to a place that it doesn't look like you should go, then trust your brain versus the electronic device. If it looks like it's probably impassable, I mean, it probably is, right?
This sound of the winter is almost starting to feel like a broken record. People are digging out just to get buried again.
There's been a lot of snow. I feel like every time the snow melts, it comes back. So just a lot of shoveling over and over again.
But a broken record sounds much better than broken bones. The University of Iowa Hospital Emergency Room reports it's been extra busy this last month. More specifically, this last week.
There's been a pretty significant impact on the patient population. Every winter we have seasonal falls and accidents and et cetera, but this year has been particularly harsh.
Dr. Azim Ahmed says they're easily seeing 15 to 20 more patients a day due to weather-related injuries.
It may have been a car accident or a fall or some medical condition that had been worsened by the winter condition.
In the last week, more than 130 people made a trip to the ER after suffering from a fall.
With falls, we've seen people that have had broken legs, broken arms. We've had patients that have suffered from pretty significant head injuries associated with the falls that they've had.
I mean, I've almost slipped a couple times, but I've stayed on my feet, so thankfully no injuries.
For some, this winter seems never-ending. Dr. Ahmed says that could also be a reason why they're seeing more people with injuries.
I also feel that people are getting stir crazy or cabin fever, and they're taking risks they normally wouldn't. So people that have been cooped up in their homes for several days now are willing to take more chances that they may not have been willing to take.
Heavy sleet pounded down in downtown Iowa City Tuesday afternoon. University of Iowa students walking to class bared the elements and the pain of the ice fall.
I've never seen anything like this, honestly. I feel like it's not snow and it's not rain. It's just pelting people with ice.
I'm kind of bummed I wore Birkenstocks today. I mean, I can't really tell if it's snowing or raining or what it's doing, but it's not great. It's pretty miserable.
People took refuge walking under business awnings while some cars had close calls stopping in intersections as another round of wintry mix stirred up the city.
This winter has been unique in the fact that it came so late and that it has never gone away. It's continued to be very cold, snow a lot, and now a lot of freezing rain as well.
From freezing rain to light, then heavy sleet. The streets department was busy with trucks hitting the streets over and over again, adding salt and sand. Despite it being an active late winter for the department, Street Superintendent Brock Holub says they're on track budget-wise.
We are within the means of the budget at this point. We are getting strained by so many events, so frequent. The ice events are very difficult to handle as well.
As the streets crews were in a rush to hit the streets, students were in a hurry to get off them.
It's pretty hectic. Everyone's just trying to get out of the crazy weather.